My name is Ethan,
I'm Cami.
I'm Tristan.
and this is the piano glove. So basically, the piano glove is a glove where when you put it on, you can play anywhere in your body. As long as you have a makey and the right computer software, you can play.
And for our presentation today, first off, we'll be presenting divergent, convergent design processes on our idea slide. Then we'll be talking about how we use role play during the construction process. And Ethan and Cami will be explaining how we made the blueprints and prototypes. And I'll be explaining the materials during the construction. And we'll do a group demonstration of our instrument. Then I'll explain the reason why you should use our instrument, and it also includes a little commercial. And then we'll talk about our roles in the construction and our future works if you have more time. And then we'll be talking about our journaling and reflections.
So as you probably know, at first every group has to do what's called diverging, and they come apart and come up with all their own ideas. So for us, we have the piano gloves and water idea, the arm motion idea, the Adafruit Flora idea, and the heart monitor idea. So our first idea was the piano gloves and water idea, where we still have a piano glove, but instead of playing on your body, you play in the water. So how we would do this is put the alligator clips in the water so that you can play on the surface. But this could be very disastrous if the water happened to get into the makey or the computer and break one of Dr. Hill's precious pieces of technology. Our next idea was to use arm motion so that one arm, when you raise it, it changes the volume, and another arm, it changes the pitch. When we thought about this realistically, though, we did not have enough time or skill to complete this project successfully. Our next idea was to use a heart monitor and attach it to our hearts so that it would measure the beat. So what this would do is that it would change the rhythm of the music to the actual beat itself. So if you're jogging and you're listening to music, it would get faster and faster as you were running. But this also seemed very difficult, and it could be potentially dangerous. So one of our most recent and most favorite ideas was to use an Adafruit Flora and attach it to the back of the glove and then put touch sensors on each of the 5 fingers. This would work, and you'd be able to play on any surface. But the problem about this is that none of us have any skill in Arduino programming, and it's much more reliable to use a makey for this. And also, we cannot find touch sensors that actually fit on the finger.
We didn't do much role play during the process, but when we did the role play, what we figured out how long we wanted the glove to be, how big we wanted the arm sleeve to be. The arm sleeve, we wanted to use that to help complete the circuit for the makey. So we figured out how long we wanted the arm sleeve to be, and we figured out how long we wanted the aluminum foil fingertips to be. These are some of the blueprints that I drew to help us with our process. The first blueprint that you see on the left is a blueprint of all our different ideas that we had. It includes the heart monitor idea, the water bucket idea, the Adafruit Flora idea, and the makey piano glove. The second blueprint that you see on the right is a blueprint of the makey piano glove that we wanted to make. It was the original idea, so it seems kind of far-fetched, so we tuned it up later. The third blueprint is a close-up drawing of the Adafruit Flora design that we wanted to make. We decided to change the idea because we don't have any experience with Arduino programming. So, as you can see, the glove has the Adafruit Flora, the breadboard, and the piano glove. The fourth blueprint is a close-up of the drawing of the makey piano glove. This one is a little more realistic, and it's more original to our design that you see right here. This is the final blueprint. It's more accurate to the final design, And it includes the grounding ring, which we use to complete the circuit. And it includes the piano glove with the aluminum foil fingertips. The makey makey is connected to the piano glove and the grounding ring, but we drew them separately so that it'd be easier to see.
And as you can see, we actually had a lot of ideas during the construction process.
So this was our first prototype, and as you can see on the left, we still had the arm sleeve that Cami mentioned earlier. But then here you can see we have a grounding ring. So how we came to that is one day when I was trying to play on the arm, my hand actually slipped and I accidentally touched myself in the hand, but still played a note. So that when I really thought about it, the alligator clip was connected to the aluminum foil, which was still touching my body, still making my whole body circuit. So I figured out that if we found a simpler way to make my body circuit, we wouldn't need the arm sleeve at all.
And now for our list of materials. First off, as you can obviously see, we have a latex glove that we used for the piano glove. Then we had a makey makey, which is the heart of the entire piano glove, and it made the computer and the glove aware what notes to play and what roles it had in the technology and electronics. And the aluminum foil was used as finger pads to make each finger play a note and make it more conductive. Then we have paper clips to make it to make the alligator clips be able to attach to each finger. And we had alligator clips that attach each finger to the makey makey, and tape to stick everything together, and Velcro to attach the aluminum foil to the finger. But also, because before these aluminum foil constantly broke a lot, so we had a Velcro padding right underneath the aluminum foil so that it won't break and it will have a stronger padding. And next we have a simple demonstration of our instrument.
So basically, this is our piano glove. So when you touch any part of your body, once the sound's on, you can play a note. You should be able to play a note.
Oh, sorry, wait a second.
Yeah, we are having some difficulties with technology.
Yep.
Okay, here. Okay, now it's working. So basically, the piano glove, you can play tunes that use 5 fingers, like Mary the Little Lamb. Or you can even make up original songs using it.
And as you can see, we use GarageBand to create a song composed by Ethan.
And that is not the actual version.
And now we have a few reasons why you should use your instrument. First off, due to a lot of heavy research, I found that stroke patients, before they leave the hospital, they would do hand exercises to see if their arms are still functional and moving. And with the piano glove, we can make this exercise more entertaining for patients. For example, if they are about to grip onto something, then they can play a note when they touch that surface, and it can be like an indication that you passed a certain level, and you can move on to the next exercise. And it can also be very entertaining for that patient. And for my second point, which is it can also be used for physical therapy. A lot of physical therapy patients have a lot of hand injuries, and using the piano glove They could be used to exercise like hand exercises during physical therapy, and like stroke patients exercise. It can also be an indication to if you pass a certain test with the glove.
A third reason for using our glove is that many young pianists get assignments from their teacher to practice 5-finger patterns because this can be very helpful in the future. But some people don't really want to buy a piano because it costs thousands and thousands of dollars. So this is a very cheap alternative, which maybe will cost $10 to $20. It's a very cheap alternative where you can still practice 5-finger patterns effectively.
And now we have a little commercial for our instrument. Sorry, I'm saying wrong.
And I'm a physical therapist. I hear you in a core class in which we're all beginners. Yes, I'm a very good pianist, and I want to get quickly better at the gym. Well, then let's start your physical therapy. Here, let's do some exercises. Slowly raise your hand. The physical therapy is so boring. Isn't there any way to make it more fun and enjoyable? Yes, there's this new invention called the piano glove, in which you can play the piano and exercise again at the same time. Wow, really? Yes, this product you can play and assist your fingers while you're exercising your hands. It'll help you get better and you can still play the piano. What you want to do is you want to go to the Mickey Piano software, look up your Mickey Piano, and then you start playing. Let me try this out. Wow, this is a brilliant invention. Now physical therapy is so much more fun for pianists like me. Yay!
And for our roles during the construction of this instrument, and Kyle, would you start off first?
I designed most of the blueprints and I did most of the construction.
I was in charge of all the technology and I kind of managed the whole group, and I also put together the glove.
And I worked on gathering all the materials for everyone for the glove and also preparing this presentation piece together. And for future works, I think that our design can be improved because right now I don't think it's very visually attractive. And maybe next time we could find a way to conceal the wires because it always gets tangled. And also maybe next time we get a stronger glove because the glove we're using right now is very fragile. And secondly, if we had more time, we would learn more about Arduino programming and how to use Adafruit because we were planning on doing that, but we all didn't really have the skill to do so. So if we had more time, we'll learn more about it and we might be able to use it. And it could be a good alternative to the Makey Makey by giving us a bigger challenge. But right now, I think that Makey Makey is still more suitable for our project. And the third point, which is something our team constantly thought of making, is making this glove wireless. So by using Bluetooth technology, we could have connected the computer to the glove wirelessly so that you won't need all the wires being tangled and stuff like that. And so you can just bring piano glove wherever you want. And you can play it at any part of your body, anytime you want.
Throughout this process, I took notes about what we were doing in class each day we had time to work. So this is a list in chronological order of the main events that happened. So first, we started working on our prototype. We went through a couple different processes to see if our prototype was functioning. And then we had a volunteer test out our prototype. We finished the cap on our prototype, and then what we did was we adjusted it a little bit, and we modified the design so that we can make it our final product.
And now for reflection. I think that our team had challenges along the way of constructing this glove. For example, in the beginning, when we were like diverging and converging, we all had a lot of ideas, but we were all very confused of what we wanted the piano glove to be and what to do with it. So we all kind of just slowed down and we all gathered our ideas and came up with the piano glove. And right now, I'm very happy that we managed to make something at least, and the piano, I'm very proud of the piano.
Throughout these past 2 weeks working on this project, we had a lot of challenges. We had to decide on an idea first, and then when we finally did, we set to work on our project, and we had even more challenges after that. And I'm glad that we figured out what to do, because if we hadn't, it wouldn't look as good as it does today. So I'm glad that we overcame those challenges.
I'm honestly very happy with myself and my team that we could put together something like this. And even though we had problems like the aluminum foil and how it kept on breaking, and the paper clips and how we couldn't bend them without hurting ourselves. And also, it was very stressful, but in the end we kind of came together and it worked out well in the end, so voila!
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns from the audience? No? Okay.
Tim.
Do you have ideas how you could add other notes?
Well, we thought of like, I think it's possible to change like the code of, no, actually there's other alternatives to this piano, because right now it's not really the makey's decision to play those notes, it's the computer's piano. So yeah, maybe we could find a way to change those notes.
The easiest alternative to making it like 10 notes or even more is just to use an Arduino Flora.
Any more questions? No? Okay, so thank you.
And we hope you enjoyed our presentation.